Welcome to the 3 Up, 3 Down podcast, a Dodgers Nation production. Be sure to check out all the great content on DodgersNation.com and the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel, including the flagship Blue Heaven podcast and Dodgers Dugout with Doug McCann. You can find me, your host, Eric Yulo, for this 5-Minute Dodgers podcast on Twitter and Instagram. That is at EEULAU. Please subscribe, rate, review to all of our channels and feeds on Dodgers Nation YouTube. And introducing our official, not really sponsored by, but it's a damn good beer, Point Conception IPA. 7.2%, crisp, clean, and it pays homage to just one of the great California landmarks out there at you guessed it, Point Conception. Let's dig into it here. Let's get down to it. The Dodgers have lost 9 of their last 12. And it's not because of the starting pitching. The starting pitching has been really, really good. I know they're 7th in ERA, but they are number 1 in WHIP. They're tied for the highest strikeout rate during that time. They've been susceptible to the long ball, and I think a big reason for that is they are pressing and trying to be perfect at every start because the Dodgers offense has been horrendous. Now, there's really been 2 bad starts that stand out during that stretch there, and that'd be Clayton Kershaw against the Padres, where he gave up 3 earned facing off against Yu Darvish, and Walker Buehler this week against the Reds, where he really looked like he was pressing. 10 strikeouts, it was solid, but really trying to make every pitch the best it could be, and that led to 5 earned runs and another loss for the Dodgers as their offense just struggled. They're 3-4, and they have the 7th best ERA and the number 1 WHIP. That tells you how bad the offense is. I know we don't need to lay out the stats. We can all see it with our eyes for the last, I don't know, it feels like it's been a lifetime, but it's really just, 10, 12 days. There's too much stress on the starting pitcher right now. The bullpen is ranked 22nd in ERA. They got to shore that up. Obviously, there's some injuries there, and we'll get to the bullpen here in a second. But something else that's been a struggle so far has been Mookie Betts. Just had his worst April ever as a pro. The strikeout rate, a little concerning. The home runs haven't been there. The power hasn't been there. RBI is not as much his fault, right? You got to have guys on in front of you, and he bats leadoff, so that's kind of tough to do on most days. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried because Mookie Betts is one of the hardest working guys in the league, and he puts in the effort every day at practice. Yesterday, he did not start. I'm recording this Saturday afternoon before the Dodgers game against the Brewers. He did not start yesterday. It was a planned off day, according to Dave Roberts. It was not a clear your head day, and Roberts said during his press conference that Mookie Betts is working through some swing mechanics in the batting cage, and he's doing it with the help of Justin Turner. If there's one guy who can help Mookie Betts and talk to him on his level, that would be Justin Turner. But Mookie Betts has that Mamba mentality. That guy is going to continue to work, and he's going to get back to where he needs to be to make this offense go. He's just a piece of the offense, a big reason why this offense has struggled. But look, there's other guys. Seager hasn't hit. Muncy, although he's getting a ton of walks, hasn't really got the ball in play. It's not all Mookie Betts, and this guy is a stud. And in case you forgot what he looks like when he's completely on, he looks like this. It looks like when he's smashing 3 home run games against the Padres last year. He's going to get back. I'm not saying we should panic. I just thought it was very interesting that was his worst April, and it was the Dodgers' worst stretch in a long, long time, at least for the last season and a half. He'll get there. He will be back. He's Mookie Betts. He is one of the leaders of this team. He's going to put in the work to get better. I'm going to make an effort to admit when I'm wrong on things. And I was very, very wrong on Scott Alexander. I gave this guy absolutely 0 credit, did not think he deserved the roster spot to start the season. And by ERA, he's the 2nd best reliever besides Victor Gonzalez. Mitchell White is 0.00 ERA, but he pitched like 3 seconds, so I'm not going to count that. But look, the ground ball rate for Scott Alexander is very important. He's a sinker ball pitcher. He throws his sinker about 77% of the time. His ground ball rate, his best ground ball rate is about 81% for a season. He's not even there yet. But what's really impressive is 0 walks. And right now with David Price out, Corey Knebel out, Bruce Grado out, Joe Kelly out, we need Scott Alexander more than ever. And I know he's had some nightmares in the past and he makes all of us really nervous, but if you watch baseball long enough, pretty much every reliever on your team is going to make you nervous. But I did not give the guy his credit. And when you look at the stats, you look at 0 walks and 41 batters faced. He has had a great, great season so far. And we're going to need him. We're definitely going to need him with where the bullpen is right now. That is it, my friends, Thank you very much for watching the 3 Up 3 Down podcast. Please subscribe, rate, review. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on the other side.